So for that, what do you mean by valency? Generally, atoms have divided into three fundamental particles called as protons, neutrons, and electrons. Do you know this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So every atom is divided further into few fundamental particles called as protons, neutrons, and electrons. Inside the atom is a circular in shape. The center of the atom is called as nucleus. In this nucleus, there are protons and neutrons are present. There are different number of protons and different number of neutrons they have. They are present in the core center region of the atom that we call as nucleus. And then the electrons are the third fundamental particles which are revolving in a fixed orbits. The electron keep on revolving around them. So number of electrons in these orbits is fixed. Electrons are revolving. It is the structure exactly similar to that of our solar system. The sun is at the center, applying force of attraction on different planets. Different planets are revolving in their particular orbits. So like that, protons and neutrons, that is a nucleus, which is a massive part of the atom, which is at the center, and the electrons are keep revolving in this shells or orbits. Now in the first shell, there is a maximum capacity of electrons are 2. So this is the shell numbers are given K, L, M, N and so on. So first shell, this is first shell, this is second shell, this is third shell and this is fourth shell. So capacity of the first shell is 1, capacity of the second shell is 8. Maximum capacity, that is the last shell, should have 8 electrons. M becomes the last shell. For the lesser elements I'm telling you, 8, then it's this one, it should have 8 electrons in the last shell. Now whichever atom do not have this maximum capacity of electrons, then those atoms are unstable atoms. So they are not stable. So electrons here, there are 8 electrons. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that, 8 electrons should be there in the L shell. Now L shell, M shell or the last N shell, if they do not have 8 electrons, then those atoms are said to be unstable atoms. Having 8 electrons in the last shell is called the condition as octet. So atom has not completed its octet. Okay. So its main aim, it take part in any chemical reaction so that its last shell will be completely filled with 8 electrons. The atom, whichever the atom do not have 8 electrons in the last shell. So initial shell, if the M shell is the last shell, then all the innermost shells are completely filled. Then only the last shell started filling. So when K shell is completely filled with 2 electrons, then only electrons will be present in the second shell. Now second shell's capacity is 8 electrons. When these 8 electrons are completely filled, then only the electrons will move into the third shell. Accommodation of electrons in the third shell will be 8. After that only it will go. Now here L shell. L shell has 8 electrons, so this atom is stable. But now any single atom has a 2 electrons in the K shell. 8 and then it has 5 electrons in the 3 electrons in the last shell. M shell has 3 electrons, 1, 2 and 3 electron. So what is the capacity of this third shell? What is the actual capacity of the third shell is?
8 electrons.
8 electrons. But how many are there?
3.
3. So that means it is stable or unstable?
Unstable.
Unstable because it don't have 8 electrons. So what it will do? Now it has the two things it can do. Either it will lose 3 electrons. So that means if it will give it these electrons to someone, then it will be having this second shell as a last shell and it will have 8 electrons. That is the one option it has. And the second option is how many electrons are needed in the last shell?
5.
5.
5 more. So it will take 5 from someone. So it has two options. One is to give out 3 electrons, and another option is take 5 electrons. Now losing and gaining of electrons needs a large amount of energy. It's not easily it will lose, or it will not easily it will gain. Now think that is losing 3 is easy for any atom. Suppose a particular amount of energy is needed for a one electron. Then if what is easier for that atom, to give out 3 electrons or to gain 5 electrons?
To give out 3
Give
electrons.
out.
Give out 3 electrons. So this atom will lose 3 electrons. So if it is losing 3 electrons to complete its octet, then 3 is its valency. So its valency is 3. Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now any atom has 2 electrons in the last shell. What it will do?
It will lose 2 electrons from the
It
last
will
shell.
lose 2 electrons. Anyone has a 5 electrons in the last shell. What it will do?
It will accept 3 electrons.
So it will
gain 3 electrons.
gain 3
Gain
electrons because it has two options, that is either losing 5 or gaining 3. So gaining 3 will be easier because less number of electrons has to be gained. So it will gain 3 electrons and it will lose 2 electrons. Now anyone has 7 electrons in the last shell.
It can gain
It
one
will accept
electron.
Gain 1.
Gain 1.
So it will gain 1 electron. So now it is losing 2 electrons, so its valency is 2. It is gaining 3 electrons, so its valency is 3. It is gaining 1 electron, so valency is 1. Right? So this way the valencies has been calculated. Now these valencies are necessary for forming the compound formula. Okay. So now few elements, their symbols and their valencies I will tell you, and that's you need to know. For them I will tell you, so that is it is easier for you to write the equations and to balance them. Some of the schools ask you to balance the equation before writing. Okay, for that you need to know this. Clear? Now sodium. Sodium has the electronic configuration 281. Sodium's electronic configuration is 281. So how many electrons it will gain or lose?
Ma'am, it will lose 1
Ma'am,
electron.
It will lose 1.
Lose 1 electron. So what is the valency?
1.
1 is the
1.
valency. Okay. Magnesium, Mg. Electronic configuration is 282.
It will lose 2 electrons.
Ma'am,
It will
lose 2 electrons.
lose 2 electrons. So what is its valency?
2.
2. Then aluminium, Al, 283. So
It will lose
valency
3
is,
Ma'am,
electrons.
it will lose 3 electrons.
so it will lose 3 electrons. So its valency is 3. Okay. Then next is potassium. K, 2881.
Lose 1 electron.
Lose
Valency.
1 electron. So valency is 1. Calcium, Ca, 2882.
Valency is 2.
Ma'am, it will lose 2 electrons.
Lose 2 electrons. So valency is 2. Now metals generally lose, all metals lose 1 or 2 or 3 electrons. Then
Not more than 3.
no, not more than 3 they cannot lose, because it needs a large amount of energy that any atom cannot bear that much. So either they will lose 1, 2 or 3, or they will gain 1, 2 or 3. Then such elements this one lose, so therefore their valencies are 1, 2 or 3 only. Okay. Metals. Now about the non-metals. Oxygen, symbol is O. It has 2 and 6 electronic configuration. What it will do?
It will gain 2.
To gain 2 electrons. When it loses, this one is plus sign.
Ma'am, I don't
Valency is
understand the
positive.
oxygen.
Wait. So this is positive. Because after losing electrons, that atom get converted into positively charged particle. So therefore, plus is written over there. 2,6 is the electronic configuration of oxygen. So it has a 6 electrons in the last shell. To complete 8 electrons, what it has to do?
It has to gain 2 electrons.
So gain 2 electrons. So valency is 2. But this is minus 2. Minus sign because it has gained 2 electrons. Okay. Now nitrogen. N. Its electronic configuration is 2,5. So it will
Ma'am, gain 3.
3 electrons.
gain 3 electrons. So its valency is minus 3. Then sulfur. S. So it will go for 286, sorry.
Ma'am, it will gain 2 electrons.
It will gain 2 electrons, so it will form minus 2. Then chlorine, Cl, 287.
Ma'am, it will gain 1 electron and the valency is minus 1.
Gain 1 electron, so valency will be minus 1. Okay. Now few combined atoms' valencies also you need to know. It will become easier for you. So what are those? One is hydroxide. OH. Oxygen and hydrogen combined. Or one more thing is hydrogen. Hydrogen H. It's only 1 electron. So first shell has the maximum capacity of 2. So what it will do?
Ma'am, it can either gain or lose.
Yeah, it can either gain also or lose 1 electron. So if it gains, then it will become minus 1, and if it loses, it will become plus 1. So hydrogen shows both properties, metals' property also and non-metal property also. But in most commonly, it will show the property of non-metal, so it is considered under non-metal. Okay, so a few combined elements, valency also you need to know. Hydroxide is OH minus, so its valency is 1. Carbonate, CO3, valency is 2. Carbonate means CO3, its valency is 2. Then nitrate, NO3, valency is 1. Sulfate, sulfate is SO4, valency is 2. Okay, this much I think so it's enough for you to know. And any other thing you need to know is iron. Iron shows 2 valencies. It's a metal, but it will show 2 valencies. Fe is iron. It will show 2 valencies, 2 also and 3 also. Sometimes it will lose 2 electrons and sometimes it will lose 3 electrons. So there is a variable valency of 2 or 3. Okay. Copper, Cu is a symbol. It also has 2 valencies, 1 and 2. Zinc, Zn, valency is 2. Valency of zinc is 2. So you need to know the valencies of these all elements. So write down first valency, then I will show you how to write the formula, compound formula. This part don't write it, leave this one. This is only you need to know. This is understood by you?
Yes, ma'am. Mom, can you scroll down?
Yep. Committed?
Yes, Mom. Mom, I finished.
Okay.
One second.
Mom, but before aluminium, it is magnesium, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Mom, it is only the sulfur.
Yes. Sulfur chlorine is also there, no?
Ma'am, should I write Fe also?
Yes, you have to write those.
Mom, the chlorine is not seen. Mom, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done. Now here you have to write the formula of sodium oxide, suppose. Sodium oxide is the name of the compound. How to write the formula of it? So what we have to write? Sodium is there, no, first. So write the symbol of sodium. So what is the symbol of sodium?
Na.
Na. And oxide means oxygen. So when these are the all non-metals. Yes, formula of a compound. These are all non-metals. When they gain electrons, all the non-metals has the property of gaining electrons. So when these elements gain electron, their name will change. This will become, oxygen will become oxide. Nitrogen will become nitride. Sulfur will become sulfide. Chlorine will become chloride. Hydrogen will become hydride. Clear? So oxide means oxygen only. Oxygen is an atom, and oxide means after gaining electron, it will form ion. So that name of the ion is oxide. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So nitrogen, after gaining 3 electron, whatever the particle is formed, that is called as nitride. Sulfur will form sulfide. Chlorine will form chloride. Hydrogen will form hydride. So sodium, and what is oxide means? O only. So what is the valency of sodium?
1
1. What is the valency of oxygen?
-2.
It's 2. Then these are not equal. So we have to multiply them. We have to cross multiply them. Sodium combines with 2. So it will be written as Na2. And oxygen is multiplied with 1. So by default, nothing is written. So formula is Na2O. Clear? So sodium oxide formula is Na2O. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Mom,
Yes?
The negative sign will not count.
No, that negative sign only you have to remember because it is a
Ma'am, like this is to
non-metal.
find what, ma'am?
Formula of a compound. This is the formula of a compound. What will happen when sodium combines with oxygen? It will form sodium oxide.
Yes, ma'am. I
So you
understood.
need to know the formula of sodium oxide. If you don't know formula, how will you write the equations?
Hmm.
Your book have equations. Only except NCRT book, whatever the other books are there, they have these formulas. Then magnesium chloride formula. So what is magnesium?
Mg.
Mg.
Mg. Or chloride is chlorine.
Acid.
That is Cl. Cl. Chlorine is Cl. So valency of magnesium is 2.
2.
Valency of chlorine is
1.
1. So now they are not equal, so we have to cross multiply. Magnesium is multiplied with 1, so we are not writing anything. Chlorine is multiplied with 2, so Cl2. MgCl2. This is the formula of magnesium chloride. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is magnesium oxide then? When these are equal, both the numbers are equal, then we are not supposed to cross multiply. Directly we have to write the name of them in straight sequence. That's it. So magnesium oxide, magnesium is Mg, oxide means O. Magnesium valency is 2.
MgO2.
This is also 2. Both are same. So no need to multiply. Directly write the formula as MgO. Clear?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so whatever necessary for you, that those only formulas and valencies I have given. There
Ma'am,
are
can you scroll a bit up?
there are many compounds are present with many metallic ions and non-metallic ions. Again, this combined hydroxide, carbonates, nitrates, sulfates I have given you. Those are also many more. Okay, but right now, whatever necessary for you at this stage, those only I told you. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now try to form the formula of aluminium oxide by yourself. You have all elements, you have written valencies together and their symbol also. Aluminium oxide, aluminium chloride, then calcium oxide. You try forming this. Calcium chloride, magnesium sulfate nitride, magnesium sulfate, calcium sulfate. These are the names of chemicals, their formula. We are forming their formula. So what is the formula of aluminium oxide?
Al2O3.
Yes, right. It is Al2O3. Aluminium chloride?
AlCl3.
Yeah.
It is AlCl3. Calcium oxide? Aryan?
C8.
Wait. Aryan? Aryan, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What is calcium oxide formula?
1 minute, ma'am.
Ma'am, how did you get the first one?
3, ma'am.
What is aluminum valency?
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, CaO2.
No, it is not CaO2. No.
Ma'am, can I say?
Ma'am, can I
Who is
say?
this? Shreyas?
CaCl.
Calcium oxide.
Oh,
Ma'am, can I say?
One second.
CaO.
CaO, right? Yes, Ojaswini, calcium chloride.
Ma'am, 1 second.
Aryan, calcium valency. Valency of calcium is
2,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
CaCl.
2. One second. And oxygen valency?
2.
So both of them, 2 are there. So no need to multiply. Directly write the symbols together.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Ojaswini, calcium chloride is?
CaCl.
No. Calcium valency? Yes, Arjun?
I'm CaCl2.
CaCl2. Calcium valency is 2. Chlorine valency is 1. Cross multiply. Amitabh, magnesium nitride.
Yes, ma'am. Once.
What happened? Devritna,
Yes, ma'am.
magnesium nitride.
Mg brackets NO3 2.
Nitride. IDE. But magnesium nitrate, I am not told.
Ma'am, can I say?
Kanchi?
Mg3N2.
Mg3N2. Chetna, magnesium sulfate. Solve all those things. I will give you the time. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ma'am, aluminium's.
Yes, aluminium.
Ma'am, aluminium's valence is what, ma'am?
3. You have written.
Ma'am, like I wrote 1, ma'am, also.
Here, see here, it is 3.
Yes, ma'am.
5 minutes time, solve all questions. Then I will keep asking you.
Ma'am, done.
Completed, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Faster, do.
Ma'am, what is sulfate's valency, ma'am?
It is written there. All valencies I have given.
Yes, ma'am. I want to clarify once.
2.
Okay, ma'am.
Everyone done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me the valency now formulas one by one. Magnesium sulfate, Chetna.
MgS.
No, sulfate it is. Sulfate, sulfide, it is not there. It is a sulfate, SO4. Dia? Dia, what's the formula?
Ma'am, MgS.
No.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, can I say?
Ma'am, can I
Arjun?
say?
can I tell?
Amitabh?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the formula? Faster.
Of
Magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate.
one.
Three people have not done.
Ma'am, is it MgSO?
No.
Ma'am, MgSO4.
MgSO4.
Yes.
Calcium sulfate.
CaSO4.
CaSO4.
Yes. Mohit, sodium nitrate. Mohit, sodium nitrate.
Na2SO4.
Sodium nitrate.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Sodium nitrate. 1 second, ma'am. N Na3NO3.
Ma'am, can I say?
Pragya.
Ma'am, Na3N.
No.
Ma'am, can I say?
Ma'am,
Who's this? Amitabh.
Ma'am, NaNO3.
Yes, ma'am.
NaNO3 is the right answer. Sodium sulfate. Ajinkya.
Na.
Ajinkya, sodium sulfate.
Ma'am, NaSO4.
Huh?
Ma'am, NaSO4.
No.
Ma'am, can I say?
Arjun.
And 1 second.
First Arjun.
Ma'am, Na2SO4.
Na2SO4, right. Potassium sulfate. Is there? Kritik. Kritik. No. Milan. Potassium sulfate.
Ma'am, KSO.
No. Mona.
Yes, ma'am.
Potassium sulfate. Potassium formula.
Ma'am, KSO4.
No.
Ma'am, can I
Sulfate
say?
is.
Can I say?
Potassium
K2SO4.
is K. Sulfate is SO4. Valency of K 1. Sulfate valency 2. So K2
K2SO4.
SO4. Sodium hydroxide.
MgOH2.
Mg. Both OH are multiplied with 2, so therefore bracket you have to connect. You have to apply brackets there. Sorry, this is magnesium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide I was asking. What is sodium?
NaOH.
NaOH.
Sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Potassium hydroxide is
KOH.
KOH. Magnesium hydroxide is MgOH twice. Calcium hydroxide is
CaOH twice.
CaOH. OH is multiplied with 2, so therefore we have to put bracket. Aluminium chloride,
AlCl3.
AlCl3. Okay. Clear how to form the formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now one by one, now we have to start. Whoever not completed, write down and practice it again at home. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Then chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First is reaction with oxygen. Both metal and non-metal combine with oxygen and form metal oxides. Metal will form metal oxide, non-metal will form non-metal oxides. Metal combined with oxygen. While writing oxygen formula, we have to write O2 because this is a molecule of oxygen. One single oxygen atom cannot remain stable. So it is always written as O2. Metal react with oxygen and it will form metal oxide. And non-metal combined with oxygen and it will form non-metal oxide. So any metal, you can take sodium is a metal combined with oxygen. So while combining with oxygen molecule, we have to write O2. So it will form metal or sodium oxide formula is sodium
Na2O.
combined with oxygen forms sodium oxide. Just now we have formed the formula Na2O.
Na2O.
Yeah, so potassium combines with oxygen, it will form potassium oxide. Potassium plus oxygen will form potassium oxide. Then magnesium burns in air, that is combines with oxygen when heated. It will form
MgO.
magnesium oxide.
MgO.
Yes. So magnesium plus oxygen forms magnesium oxide. Okay. Then copper. Sorry. Copper combines with oxygen. It will
CO.
form black color copper oxide. So copper combines with oxygen forms copper oxide. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then again, any other? Magnesium and zinc combines with oxygen forms
ZNO.
zinc oxide. Now non-metals. Non-metal combined with oxygen forms non-metal oxide. Hydrogen combines with oxygen. It will form water. But here condition is necessary. These two directly won't combine together. We need to pass electric current. When we pass electric current through the mixture of hydrogen and oxygen, it will form water. Then carbon burns in air, forms carbon dioxide. Nitrogen combines with oxygen at the time of lightning. The atmospheric nitrogen combines with oxygen at the time of lightning to form nitric oxide. Sulfur combines with oxygen, form sulfur dioxide. Okay, so these are the compounds are formed when any metal or a non-metal combine with oxygen. Just a second.
Ma'am, should we write it?
Yes, you have to write down.
Ma'am, from where? Okay.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Oh.
Ma'am, which subject are we doing today?
Continuation, what we were doing yesterday last class?
Motion chapter.
Oh.
Force.
Issues.
Oh yeah.
Mom, can you scroll down?
Ma'am, our exams are starting from 10th.
I got to know.
Ma'am, for chemistry, the first chapter is there and physics fourth is there.
Ma'am, little bit up.
Biology, they have not yet given.
Chemistry first chapter.
Yes.
Matter in our surrounding is deleted, no?
But I know the ma'am posted it today. I'll check it once again.
Okay. Done?
Ma'am,
Yes,
one
Ma'am,
ma'am.
it
second.
is matter around us. That's in first chapter.
Is matter around us pure?
Yes.
So that is the second chapter.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got confused. Alright.
Yes, ma'am, over.
That full chapter will be there. And fourth. Biology, ma'am said she'll like send tomorrow.
Biology will be fifth chapter. Cell, fundamental unit of life.
Ma'am, nitrogen plus oxygen equals
Nitric oxide. Nitric oxide.
Yes, ma'am, sorry. Ma'am, done.
Done. Then you can leave. Next class will continue the next part.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you.
Okay.